You're the mean thing that we the dream team with you, man. Hey, what's it? Welcome back, everybody. Sonic Forces Part 1. Not Part 1, Part 4. Oh, man. And we are at the point where I feel like Space Jam 2 is going to be a piece of garbage. I don't know, man. That movie don't look good. Like, I don't know who in the marketing department because, man, they showed some bad clips. I mean, really. I was like, I gotta get all these parts done recording by Friday. I gotta get one of my two taken out. That gonna be all by itself. I don't have a video edited and most likely scheduled up for. I don't know what I'm talking about. This. It'll be on schedule for a certain day. They'll do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm thinking of. Do anybody like these like little head things they did this game? I mean, it's nice. I mean, they made use of voice actors, so like that's my thing. I feel like the voice acting never been used that often, but they are. It's just like the standard Sonic Tails and Amy Knuckles, you know. So at least the voice actor got something. Speaking of voice actors, like, man, what happened, bro? What happened? Why Sega got rid of almost all their voice actors? They even got rid of Roger Craig Smith before he came back because everybody really cared about him. But they always kept Mike Park, though. You're like, really? Of all of them, they still keep him. And then, like crew, but they've been slowly recasting the crew for a while. Because, like, characters like, I think, like, Team Sonic Racing, like, Silver and folks like that. I don't know why I acted dumb. That's the only time I did that because I don't like him like a low grade at the beginning because they died. Like they got rid, like they replaced Silver. I don't know who else they replaced. I think Silver played by that character, that person that played that pretty boy, and like the blonde haired boy in that anime series girl that turned into a ladybug. Miraculous or something like that. Yeah. So this is one cool stage for Avatar. This is really one cool stage. And I bet this one of the things they had in their concept art that they were happy they got with because they're gonna be like the final part, which is 45 minutes for some reason, 5 gigabytes on export gameplay. So like there's like a moment of the final battle where like when you see the concept looks good, but the the final result didn't really look like that. Oh my god, you could copy and paste on both sides, copy and paste. Yeah. Infinite, alright, let me get my 2 cents on Infinite. He is a nice concept for a character, but like, they don't bring anything about him. So my head canon, like, this would be a cool concept. See, I don't know, I want to say, it'd be a cool concept. It would be cool to have a character that you could look up to Sonic, depending on how fucking old Sonic is, really. Depending on how long. They always say, like, we've been fighting for years. Like, aren't y'all? I thought y'all same age. But hey, what I know about biology and age representation, I don't know. Maybe age like on a snail. But that's on how he came fat to skinny and no pupils to like green pupils. But you know, but like had like a character that used to look up to Sonic and everything. Like he was like a captain, right? Let's say he was a captain. And then he would fight one Eggman goons and stuff like that. He messed up. The Sonic came in, you know, destroyed everything. He felt like he should get credit too for stopping it, so he challenged him. Gets beat by Sonic, which make him go to Eggman for assisting to try to beat him in his own game and boom, Infinite. And now he's just a mercenary. And I don't think the comics really count. Really, I don't think the comics really count. Like in the comics, like the promotional comics they did, basically like he was like a mercenary. He was part of a mercenary group, and he saw how Eggman with the power that Phantom Ruby was doing, and he said like, "Hey, I don't want you no part of that. I don't know the point him. I don't know the point. They been put him in the jar, but you know what you're gonna do. Speaking of, let's see. All right, the Phantom Ruby situation. I don't understand. I'm pretty sure both teams had their own point of view on how the Phantom Ruby works. I think the Mania team wanted a device that can easily move Sonic to one area to another area, because they're gonna have a bunch of different stages, and they showed and they made it look like it's powerful. It's a powerful on thing, has the ability to change reality around you, working basically like teleport. You know what I'm saying? But in like Forces, they making it seem like it's like a mind device type thing, which that don't even make sense, man. That don't even make sense when you think about it in hindsight. Because like the Phantom Ruby, if you say all that stuff, based on what they say, like it affect the mind and awareness. So if you go by that rule, basically all Sonic Mania, Classic Sonic was just on a crazy high trip and was just running around, what you call it, on Angel Island to the end of the game. Because remember, you go to Green Hill Chemical Plant, Magma Reef Zone, and everything, Metal Madness, all these different locations, Studiopolis. If the Phantom Ruby going by that logic, that means he was hallucinating everything. So he was just running rampant around the whole goddamn island. But that don't make sense. So they shouldn't have went up the rule, because like if that's so, that means anybody affected, anybody affected by the Phantom Ruby can see it, right? Like that don't make sense, because like, if they're gonna fall on some get some hurt in this area, get touched by like that red stuff. If that happens, that means if he send that out, that means under my point of view, you see my point of view, and his point of view. So that part of his reality and my reality, but it's not in the same. But it's not even really in reality. See how dumb that concept is? And like, I wonder who made the Phantom Ruby concept up first. I doubt that. But that make you question about like some point in the game. Cause, what is Classic Sonic? Is he fake or something? Like, because you see him disappear. Oh, spoiler! But it's still been 3 years. We see him disappear. So would that mean he wasn't really all? Which I doubt that. He came through a portal. He went into a portal and came out a portal. And based on I don't want to say this all the way canon, but based on the Sonic Mania Plus Encore mode and the Sonic Mania Adventure shorts they made, that he clearly came back from like a portal type thing. I don't know why I'm messing with something. He came back from like a portal type thing. So he wasn't fake. And that if they going by that rule and he went to that portal of Phantom Ruby, that means he's still running around in Angel Island Zone, which is a lie because he interacting with things. They say, you know, it's crazy stuff they didn't think about. They didn't think about none of that. Speaking of Sonic Comics, is that gonna get canceled again? Because it looks like, based on my knowledge, I ain't my knowledge, it took me hearing things. I think I do W struggling. It's a shame. It's a really shame. It really sucks when it and it look like they're getting somewhere. At least I like one thing they're going with. Oh no. Is this still the same saga? Like, I don't know how long time the saga goes. The Metal Sonic saga. I think. The Metal Saga? I don't know. But they portray what they call Metal Sonic as a villain again. And I think that's a pretty good concept. I really do think that's a pretty cool concept. What they should do, like, I'll be fine with another villain instead of Eggman. You know what I'm saying? This one's a little bit different. A little bit. Not too much, not too little. But like Metal Sonic was like the type of person that like he just said like, I'm done taking your shit. You fuck up. I'm just as smart as you. So I'm gonna take over all your regiment and use it to my advantage. So you know. That's pretty cool. Not like an intelligent Metal Sonic, because they don't show that he got intelligence in the game, other than Sonic Heroes. You know? It'd be cool. They show him with more intelligence, like he got capabilities. But hell, they barely use Metal Sonic like he really used them. The most they use is for a simple boss fight. And I hope this is not gonna happen, but I hope they use Mighty Erase. Which I don't know, because they got merchandise off those characters. They saw how excited people got for those characters. It would be nice to have them back, but you know what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Let's just kind of off. Yeah, they're kind of off. I don't know. It would be nice to have them. It would be nice. But Sonic Rangers, they got to say something about Super Positive, but if it's gonna be open world, I want to see how that works. I want to see how that works, man. Because Sonic is just one of those franchises that, like, from its roots, it only best when it's from its roots. So, simple 2D side scroll. Because there's a reason why Donkey Kong really haven't won the 3D except one time. The reason how Laboratory always made 2D characters, and that stuff that work. Because like, when you think about going on 2D 3D, you gotta think about more. You got a character that jump on top of other characters. You gotta figure that out. How is the character gonna jump on a character? Cause like it all about aiming. Then that's why I was like got a homing attack, because like it was very fucking hard to just jump on top of it. Because that's in front, you gotta get the right Y-axis and X-axis, I think, or Z-axis. And like you can't, it's hard to aim on it. See, some franchises can do it, like Mario. Because like they do things that make it like, when you think about it, other than Mario 64, which was the start of it, every 3D Mario game had a way for you to reposition yourself for jumping on an enemy. Sunshine, it had the flood. Flood, just in case you miss, you can hold it and God just jump on the enemy. Bam. Mario Galaxy, you can spin, you can jump and spin, just in case it'd be like a double jump. So you can reposition yourself so you can thump on the enemy. Mario Odyssey, Cappy, that basically just a support beam for jumping. You don't have to capture beat it. If you got enough aim, you do it with the Cappy in there. So I'm wondering, how can you help Sonic get in a situation where he can work better in a 3D environment without a homing attack? You see where I'm coming from? Without a homing attack. That is hard. Because Sonic, like this Sonic, he only worked when he going forward on the side. So I wonder. Because Zelda is shown to do 2D and 3D. I'm not just talking about top down. And you can tell they tried with 2D and Zelda. Well, they did it in Link's Awakening too. Like they did that in Link's Awakening. They had like a 2D segments and everything where it played basically the same. The problem with Kirby, they said they trying to do something different with the franchise. I don't know. They just keep it the same. But like, let me think. With Kirby, like you gotta, cause Kirby only known for like the copy abilities crawling up there and spinning out. If they still trying to do 3D, they have to worry about how would the ability work in 3D. Sorry. So like most likely, if they have 3D on Kirby game for the first time, they gotta lower the amount of copy abilities. Then they gotta figure out how to copy abilities, just like something like fire and sword to work on 3D environment. Another thing is 3D for sucking and shooting. How you gonna do that? See, are you gonna have like an aiming reticle, or are you just gonna let the person freehanded? If you go with the person freehanded, it's not gonna work right. What else franchise just work better than 2D? Donkey Kong. The Donkey Kong series only really worked in 2D. 3D, the 3D, first time they did 3D was a nice try, but like that's just a 2D series. Donkey Kong Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. There's also like some GameCube games that were also 2D with the bongo. So when they finally make a big comeback with Countries and Tropical Freeze, I love Tropical Freeze, man. I love Tropical Freeze. The music, the aesthetic, that's on another topic. That only been on, what do you call it, 2D. Like, so like, man, I don't know. Open world, not just 3D, because with 3D Sonic game, they just been doing the booth formula instead of like an adventure formula. Adventure formula like a 3D formula for a 2D Sonic game. Open world is on a whole different concept of 3D, because my thing about open world is like, you have to keep a person active, because like that thing was like, when I played Breath of the Wild, it was a nice game. I didn't buy it from. I bought it like a year and a half later, cause like I just wanted in Zelda games like that, but I just wanted to try something new. But like Breath of the Wild, they keep you to do something. Based on my knowledge, though, Ubisoft open world like Far Cry, they try to keep you to do something. And based on what I'm hearing for Sonic Rangers, maybe Sonic Rangers, is that they're gonna have puzzles and these zones where you can do like generation style levels. And I'm thinking that all y'all gonna fucking have like one thing I would love for them to do. Want them to do this. I want them to give Sonic costumes. Cause based on Sonic Color, it's showing that like Sonic Color Ultimate, they're gonna give him like things he could change. But I want full on costume. I want costumes like, yeah, I would act stupid. I want a costume like Crash Bandicoot 4, which the way they want to keep you busy was with those costumes and with the boxes. So you get a gem, you get a certain amount of gems, get the costume. I almost completed Crash Bandicoot 4 100%. I don't know. I think I'm tired of it. Like I got tired of it. Like on the level of, like I got most of the costume. I did the special what do you call it, flashback tapes. It's just like getting all the boxes was stupid, and like I gave up because it was literally like you missed one box and like anybody that played that game know that missing one box in the most retarded area, it's just not worth it. I mean, it's not like you get anything because I don't do time travels. But yeah, he had like costumes. Like that's one thing like the Mario Odyssey that made it really good. Like they had costumes for Mario. They kept you busy. You have coins. You can use those coins for dang. You can use costumes for coins for costumes. Man, Crash Bandicoot 4 costumes. Give Sonic costumes. You know how whack his body standard is? Just think about it. He mostly just head and torso. He mostly just head and torso. Just give us something to do. Costumes. You know, no, not just puzzles. Based on what it look, sound like they were trying to get them combat too. Maybe that can work. I don't know. Cause that still sounds like a bad concept. So just keep folks busy and don't bring Zavok. God damn. God damn. Hey, I didn't even watch that episode of Rick and Morty. That's the problem with the open world game is when you have some open world, you have the big old thing, and mostly if you're doing like 30 missions, it's no difference from going one area to another area. It's big chunk of land. Like Far Cry, I never played one, but I would love to play one. But like the only one I feel like based on my look of it, I only played the fifth one. the fifth one looks more creative. But also like New Dawn. New Dawn look fine. The sixth one, I don't know about that. They trying to out there. Speaking of, I hate this thing Ubisoft do. I want to stand my ground on this because that was a real turnoff for me. I just want to say this, say this, but like that just really turned me off when they showed that DLC for Far Cry. Like no, oh man, no, it turned me off. No, Morphin Rising. What turned me off in that game was the amount of gameplay they're showing for the DLC. Just like a few days before the game came out. And I think that game bombed. I don't feel sorry for that. But based on the eShop, it said it got microtransactions and that $30 season pass. And I said, hell to the no. Because y'all disrespect. I'm fine with announcing. I barely find with announcing the season pass before the game come out, right? But like, don't show me gameplay of the DLC before the game come out. That really pissed me off. That making me think y'all ripped me off. Hey, season passes like that. Don't show gameplay. Don't. You making me think, alright, so y'all purposely cut this shit out. Then show me the shit y'all cut out. Get like 3 different like chunks of like gameplay, right? That were supposed to come out over time. But like, I don't think no one really bought that game. Because like it just looked like another Breath of the Wild clone. It's not bad, but like it just looked like some average. I see the game on sale all the time. It was on sale the first month it came out in December. You know that's a problem. When a game come, it was on digital, not physical. It was digital when that joke on sale for like half off. No, like forget that, man. Forget that. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. You like these? Stay for the next part. You know, we all live in the country. America, bye.